Yeah, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Warm welcome this Sunday afternoon. My name is Apostle Larry Dokeno. Today we are here to have a man's talk about raising children in a healthy way from a migrant's perspective. As we know, raising children has been the domain of women, especially if you look at the African culture. But more and more, the fathers are getting involved. We have also realized that there are certain traditional beliefs and customs which go with raising up children, which have very great benefits. It turns out that because some of us are in diaspora, we are abandoning some of these traditions and culture, which actually have helped to produce healthy, strong, and vibrant children. More and more, we are beginning to look back at these customs and traditions and culture and to see how to incorporate them, reincorporate them back into raising our children. Now, it's been said that the health or the wellness of a child is settled within the first 1,000 days. That is 1,000 days of life, being from the pregnancy to the first 2 years of that child's life, that the health system or the wellness of that child is formed. And so we want to see and discuss about some of the beliefs that we have about raising healthy children within the migrant context. I have here with me today very good people, fathers for that matter, who are going to be sharing their experience and their knowledge. I have with me, starting from my immediate left, I have here with me Chief Eze Igwe Buke. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
He's a community leader from Nigeria, and a Nigerian elder for that matter, and a local chief, so we want to welcome him. I also have next to him Mr. Nesru Koroso. He's from Ethiopia. Welcome, sir.
Welcome.
Yeah. I have also next to him Mr. Alfred Bobo, known as Original Bobo.
Thank you.
Original, welcome. And next to him I have Mr. Godian Ejogo, who is a catechist. Okay, you are a theologian, actually, but with much experience and knowledge about African culture. And so I remember in one program you were sharing things about how your child was raised and the conflict with the Dutch system, and all that. I would love to hear more of that today. So with this, I would like to welcome our guests for today and also to welcome you to the show. As usual, feel free to give us a call on the studio line 020-3374-160. You see that number at the bottom of the screen, or you see it scrolling down as we proceed. Feel free to give us a call. Right now, we are also live on Facebook, so you can also drop us a message or a comment as we proceed. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Now, from a cultural and traditional point of view, are there ways in which a newly born baby is supposed to be handled, treated, fed, and nourished, which will make sure or which guarantees that that child grows up to be healthy? The way the child is fed, handled, treated. Are there some things from your perspective as far as African men, maybe you saw when you were growing up, maybe you experienced your mother doing to your maybe younger siblings, or you were told, which helps to give us healthy children? And so this is the issue we're going to be discussing. What are some of the beliefs which we used to have, but no more we are no more practicing or putting to use, which you believe that we must get back to? So the floor is open, and I don't know who's going to break the ice. Okay.
Can I
yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for this wonderful program. In my village, we believe that the young ones, we bring them up by using herbs.
Herbs?
Yes, herbs. But nowadays, we don't use the herbs no more. Because these herbs, the Lord himself made it for us to take care of ourselves. But if you neglect it, then you'll be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So, in short, I know very well my friends will be adding some, but we rely on herbs.
Herbs, huh?
Herbs, yeah.
Okay, you're talking about herbs.
Herbs.
Okay, you get it. I would like to hear more about that. Okay, Mr. Jogo, you want to give your take on that?
Yeah, from African perspective, for me, I would like even to go from the womb.
Go ahead. Yes, it starts from the womb, actually. It starts from the womb.
Okay. I think, from the womb the child is formed, then
Yeah.
we shouldn't forget the first 270 days.
Yes.
Is very important.
Yeah.
And that is where the whole issue starts about the father and the mother.
Yeah.
You know, if you get it wrong from that beginning,
Yeah.
then it is difficult to correct when the child is already there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from Nigeria, the Igbo side, and we are cultural people.
Yeah.
Before the father, the girl and the boy start to be a father and mother, there must be things that must be fulfilled. They must be ripe for that.
Yeah.
They must be ripe to have a child. And the older people will train them. The fathers will train the man, and the mothers will train the girl before they have the conception.
Okay.
That is where it starts. And if it goes wrong there, the other ones is difficult to correct.
Are you saying that? Okay.
That's traditional.
Yeah, I am getting the idea that you're talking about maybe the rites of passage, which are done to usher young people into adulthood.
Exactly. That's
Okay.
very important.
Into adulthood.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are saying that when those rites of passage are carried out,
Yeah.
it prepares the young people to be able to have healthy children. That's what you're saying.
It's very,
So
very important.
if those rites are not done,
It's dangerous.
really?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, can you please elaborate on that?
Oh.
All
I
right.
think all of you know.
Okay. All right.
Maybe
Finish,
you'll come back.
finish what you are saying, and then unless you have landed, have you landed?
No, then if those things are done, we can come into that. If those things are done,
Yeah.
and then the pregnancy starts, so the man must be able to take care of the woman fully, financially. The woman must be able to concentrate on the issue of having a life, a person in her womb.
Yeah.
And that the nurture started there.
Yes.
And otherwise, if the baby didn't get the nutrients that are needed to form the bones and all the organs well, when it come out, you miss a lot already.
Absolutely. You
So-
made a very good point there.
Yeah.
The feeding of the baby in the womb.
It's very important.
Very important in order
Yeah.
for the baby to be well formed.
Yeah.
Okay, do we know of certain types of food or herbs
Exactly.
which the pregnant woman needs to use, for example, or which must go into the food? What kinds of herbs or food which help or contribute towards producing healthy babies?
Somebody else?
So this is open to all of us, actually.
Can I continue with
Yes,
Yeah.
you know, as he said, a healthy mother normally gets a healthy baby. So as he said, it starts from the mother.
Okay.
And it's all herbs.
Uh-huh.
At a certain time, we know which type of herbs you have to use. Because if the mother is sick, automatically it
Child
will
will
affect the
sick.
yeah. So first, the mother has to be fit by the use of the herbs
Okay.
before it passes over.
Right.
Are you getting it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
a healthy mother have a healthy,
Healthy
baby.
baby. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And it's all about herbs.
Okay. Chief, you
Yeah.
want to say something?
I have to contribute.
Yeah.
In terms of this particular topic we are discussing right now,
Yeah.
I believe that when a man gets married to a woman, he's preparing for a home, to build his own home.
Right.
Yeah. And when the woman came in and got pregnant, it is the duty of the man to look after the woman by providing, like my brother said, essential things that the woman needs, like food, clothing,
Yeah.
because a woman that is pregnant cannot just be naked.
No, should be well clothed.
You will take care of that woman. As you are taking care of that woman, it is affecting the
The baby that
baby
is
inside. The quality of food the woman is eating
Thank you.
is also what the baby is taking from the mother. And it helps the baby to form and grow and have a good,
Well-formed.
become a healthy
Healthy,
baby.
yeah.
Yeah. And coming to herbs, which they are talking about. Like myself, I'm not a native doctor or medical doctor. Anything concerning herbs, if the woman is sick, make sure you take the woman to a doctor. The doctor will prescribe what kind of treatment the woman needs. And it's for the husband to provide the
yeah. Okay, before we get to the doctor, because before, Western medicine really became popular, our ancestors and forefathers were doing certain things.
Yes.
And so Uncle Bobo is talking about some herbs and herbs, But we need, if you can get more specific about some of the times when certain herbs are used, it would be nice. But before that, let our brother here, Nesru, share with us from your place, Ethiopia.
Yeah, it's really interesting what I hear from them. In my country, really, maybe, I don't know, maybe past, I mean, many years in the past. Probably they use these herbs stuff. But nowadays, there's nothing like that, basically. It's all they do is, when a woman is pregnant, it's all about family support. That is really where everybody comes in and help. I mean, the husband. Basically, we understand that in Africa, women are really busy. I mean, doing a lot of activities. When they are pregnant, the husband takes, some of the responsibility. The husband takes a lot of responsibility, and also. Mother-in-law really plays big role. If there is no mother-in-law, the mother of the woman comes to help, and she, especially like for 3 months, the last 3 months, basically she is there helping, doing a lot of things. Food, of course, if the family is rich, of course they provide a lot of things they have. If they are not really rich, not only the family itself, even the neighbors, they help, they contribute. Everybody knows that this woman is pregnant, and they know that she has to really eat a lot. That's really very fundamental for the health of the child, the baby. So basically, in my country, it works like this. It's all about community, support.
So when a woman is pregnant, the woman is pregnant for the community. So everybody helps.
Everybody helps. That's what we have.
To make the woman healthy.
It is true, because I've noticed that, look, even when, let's say, especially young girls, when they get pregnant by accident, and maybe they didn't plan, a young lady, they'll be playing around, and suddenly gets pregnant. Look, even though what the person may have done is wrong, once there's pregnancy involved, they don't treat the person like an outcast. They begin to take care to help the person, nurture the pregnancy well. Is that not true? So it means that pregnancy is very much respected because somebody's carrying life, and so the best possible care and support is given.
It's like community issue.
It
turns to be,
which is amazing. But it is totally different from here now, because very much, here in the diaspora, we are very much on our own, except for, of course, you go to prenatal checkup and the rest of it. But the rest is between your maternity nurse and yourself, and maybe if you have a partner in the house.
Why this point is very important about the pregnancy and the difference here. When a woman is carrying a baby in our culture, we believe that this person coming into this world, we don't know who reincarnates him or her. So we won't play with that life. It may be my grandfather coming back through this woman. So I can't say this pregnancy is not important, I treat it bad, I'm treating my grandfather or my father bad. That is very important. And here, those things are non-existent. We don't think like that.
No.
So any pregnancy can be thrown away, for example. So there we don't joke with that life coming, because we don't know who it is.
We don't know who it is.
Maybe it's Jesus coming through that woman back, and anything you do is on your head. So this is a very big difference in the way of thinking. And that is why it's a community issue, because you never know who is who is being carried in there.
Yeah. Did you, or by any chance, maybe see somebody, maybe your wives or your sisters or some, a woman, a female personality who became pregnant, and something special was recommended for her feeding, because the belief is that it will strengthen the woman or strengthen the baby in the womb before birth, or it will help or facilitate safe and easy delivery.
Yeah.
Yes.
In my case, what happened is, or where I come from,
Yeah.
the old people sit down to study. So they know from this 1 month to 3 months, they know this certain thing will happen.
Yeah.
So they have the help for it already. After that too, they move to another direction.
Yeah.
They know what to use.
Yeah.
If something come in it too, they know, because they've done it
Over and over and over.
so many years.
So
So many years.
they
You
have
don't need the
experience.
midwifery. They don't. You have a computer. You don't have any machine.
Yeah.
But because it have been happening in the village, I'm saying this because I'm an old man,
Yeah.
and my time there is nothing like a doctor or midwife.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we don't have those
We don't
in
have
my
those.
area now. As he's saying, you have to organize it. But
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me,
Yeah.
this is how they do it.
Yeah.
They just learn, refer from the old one.
Yeah.
So from 6 months before the child will get ready, they know which types of herb they're supposed to use. And after birth too, they have special herbs also. Even the child, they have a special herb to bath the child.
Okay. Now let me touch on that.
Yeah.
I remember I've seen before when I was small.
Yes.
Babies bath with some herbs.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about that, and what's the purpose of using
The
those kind
purpose
of herbs?
of those herbs is that, when the baby comes, there's a whole lot of those things. I don't know how they call it in English.
Slime?
If they don't have any smooth,
Oh, the skin is raw,
but the moment you use the herb to bath, everything becomes normal. As every human being is supposed to be.
Yeah,
Because when we come out, the baby come out, he carry a lot of
things.
a
already.
lot of things, a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things.
And also,
Yeah.
there are some herbs, like in Western Nigeria, especially from the Yorubas.
That's right.
When their woman is pregnant, they use that herb in order to make the baby not to grow so
too
big,
Okay.
so fat,
Yeah.
so that it will not be difficult for the
baby
woman
to come out.
to deliver. You understand? So most of the time when they give birth, you will see the baby very smallish.
Yeah.
But within 1 month,
The baby just
Boom.
gains weight.
yeah. So
Oh, that's interesting.
it's that herbs they were using during
Yeah.
pregnancy
Yeah,
that
yeah.
caused it
Wow.
from
wow.
the western part of Nigeria. And I believe some Igbo people are using it also.
Also.
Yeah.
But the one I noticed more from the Igbos
Yeah.
are the one they call, it's like chalk.
Sure. Okay.
Ula. They call it ula.
Yeah, it's yeah.
They
It's
eat
white.
it
It's a white chalk.
or like clay.
Yes, I think we have it also.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
In Ghana, we call
So-
it.
Yeah.
Pregnant women, they
Yeah.
eat it a lot in
Yeah.
my place.
Yeah. And
So-
the purpose is what?
Really, I can.
Okay, let me.
I think it has effect
Effect, yeah.
on the,
On the bones.
pregnancy or the baby.
Formation of bones.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That
calcium.
is it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
calcium. Thank you.
So that is it.
calcium, yeah.
Caution, okay.
So that thing is very important to women in,
Wow.
from,
It now makes
from
sense.
the
It
area
now
I
makes
come
sense.
from. Yeah. You
Okay.
understand?
Yeah,
So,
can I add another one
Okay.
to it? When the lady gave birth, there's a whole lot of things taking place with the woman.
Yeah.
Here, maybe they'll put you in a hospital 1 week before you go home. But because of the herb, the lady can born in the morning, in the evening, start taking care of the child
yeah,
already.
yeah.
Because of the herbs.
Yeah.
But here, maybe they put you 1 week.
Yeah.
That we are releasing you in a 1 week time.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
why? They just want to keep the woman to get everything
her
back
strength.
before. But in our area with the herbs,
The people are already.
you will see the woman going up and down taking
It
care
is
of
true.
it.
It is
Thank
true.
you. Yeah, I want to add on that
yes.
because
It's amazing.
Yeah.
the first 3 months
Yes.
from our side, you eat what we call ogun, a lot of it.
Okay.
Ogun and what do you call it? Not bitter leaf.
And
there is a special herbs like used to make cook yam. It's bit potage. Thank you. Yeah, for that first 3 months, because they have to vomit and all those kind of things. So when you use it, it reduces that.
Oh,
it controls the hormone.
For the woman after birth?
No, before the first 3 months
of the pregnancy.
They start using all those things. And like what you said, when you apply all those herbs, there are a lot of them in different periods. Also, we have it. Then some of them give birth in their farming land, and a babysitter will come and take it. They continue their work because they are strong, you know. But it's no more like people who are not using those herbs. They lie in the at home for some days.
Now I want to touch on something very important, because I know when you had you told us when you had your wife gave birth, your mother came over to stay with you to help to take care of the baby, and there was a serious cultural clash because of well, maybe I'm exaggerating, but what for me I found it interesting because
we come to that.
Okay, what I want to know is, did your mom try to recommend certain things, but in food or maybe herbs or what have you, for the baby? Maybe her interest may not be so much with the white lady, but maybe for your baby, because of course as a grandmother, she will want to see the healthiest and the best grandchild. So did she, please tell us honestly, did she like think or even recommend certain things, maybe by way of herbs or food or what have you, local food or herbs for the baby or for the mother?
The topic you are talking about is far away, but let us touch it. It's a very big topic.
Okay.
It was my second child.
Yeah.
It's not the first
one. Not the first one.
Yeah. Okay. The second child. And she also just came to see my family.
Yeah.
And my second child was many months old already. Actually getting to almost 1 year when she came. But it has to do with circumcision issue. She saw that my first child is not circumcised and is a boy.
Yeah.
And she looked at him and he was just battered, and she saw it and she called me.
Yeah.
Said, what is this?
Yeah.
I said, no, we don't do it here. And then she said like, okay, I hope this boy will not be angry with you when he grows old.
Yeah.
I said, well, we will see, but normally here, they don't do it, and my wife don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's also one of the issues we discuss about before the marriage even.
Yeah.
Before the marriage, all these African
issues
cultures were on the table. Is not applicable for our family.
Whoa.
And then I saw how serious it is, you know, when you are about to get married. Yeah. And I wasn't worried about it because myself, I know I had it, you know, and it was normal in our culture.
Yeah.
But here it's not normal. You don't talk about it. And then it happened anyway. So what I want to say about that issue is, I said it's a very big topic, because issue of circumcision, the modern world pushing it aside as if it is a sign of making somebody lower or inferior or oppression or dominion. But there is a very deep cultural and spiritual issue. As I can see, actually almost the 3 religions know about it: the Jewish, the Islam and the Christians.
Yeah.
Although in the Bible, the apostles discuss about it and said, must it be done or not? So, but what I know is that like in the issue of Moses, and when I think it's Exodus 4:24 to 26, when Moses was about to be killed by God, God got angry and went to kill him. So the wife just cut the foreskin off of her son, and touch it, the foreskin of Moses, private part, and then God withdrew. And then the wife said, "You are my bloody bridegroom." And God left. So that shows that circumcision has a serious, deeper spiritual meaning than any of the modern mind can think of.
Okay. All right. But we will not go. I think Thank you so much for that. Okay.
And so can I make? Okay.
Is it about circumcision? Because
no,
I wanted to stay on the aspect of feeding and nurturing. Nurturing. Circumcision is a bit distant from it. So your mother did not touch on like the food she believes must be given to the child to make him stronger and better, things like that?
No, because the food system here
is different.
It's completely different.
I know that. But being a grandmother, I thought I would expect she would recommend some things.
No, not only, even the grandmother from this side, from my wife's side, nobody spoke about that area, actually.
All right, good.
And to be frank, those are the things also that are very big difference here, because you are young and you just start a family. And all those things, you don't know it.
Absolutely.
And it's really painful, because you notice it in the development of the children.
Now, you know why this issue is important? Because a lot of things which we go through are transmitted through our genes. See, the way we have been raised up, our resistance to disease and all those things have been programmed in our genes. Okay, so once you move to another place, certain changes begin to take place in your system as well.
Exactly.
See, but again, because we have genetically come along, if there are certain things that our genes are used to, and we are in a foreign land, those things are not really a part of, let's say, our diet or our lifestyle, then you can see we begin to have problems. So the reason why most migrants, especially those who have been studied from West African sub-region, are having health problems. So it's now bordering on their lifestyle, the kind of food they eat and all those things. The changes in their diet, because they are now in a different climate zone. You see? And so some now are beginning to look back at some of the things we used to do, the kinds of food we eat, and all that. See, and how those things will help to give children a very good and a healthy basis of life in the first 13 years. So really, from the discussions we've had so far, some of the maternity people, they've come to realize that, look, it's good not to just close an ear to the way they used to raise their children. You see? For example, when some children are born, like in some cultures, they take the child to hold them by the left foot, and then shake it, hold the other by the other foot, shake. Their ideas and reason for all those things. You see, and there's a way, and also like the women, African women, you know how they're to the last minute they are busy working, busy. All those things, when people are here, they don't know that they are not so active, and because they're active and all that, when it comes to delivery is easy because they're agile. The baby doesn't grow too fat inside of them, and they themselves, they are still healthy and strong. You see, so all these things are coming back because they're saying that, look, the way we were raised, some of the medications we use, like the skin of the child. Africa, they sometimes use shea butter to rub the skin. Rub the skin. Here, they don't allow you to do things like that. They control everything you treat the baby with. Somebody shared with us how, by rubbing the skin of the baby with those shea butter, to today, that child's skin is smooth. Whereas the other children who didn't have the same treatment from the same father and mother have skin problems.
Sort of,
You see, so clearly there are certain things that we have in our background which we must not throw away, because at the end of the day, it will give us healthier children. And so that's why this discussion about our tradition, our culture, very important. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. What I want to add in this is when a baby is born, we are talking of how to feed them, the kind of food that we should give to them to make them look healthy. The best food for a newborn baby is the mother's breast.
Your voice, please.
The voice.
Your voice.
Okay.
The best food.
The best food for a newborn baby is the mother's breast, breast milk.
Yeah.
And when the baby is born, the mother laps the baby. The first place a baby looks at anybody that carries him is at the eye. And when the mother carries a baby, breastfeeding the baby, that was the time the baby begin to recognize who is the mother. You understand?
Yeah.
It's because we are human beings. When you look at, for instance, you watch animals, when they give birth, they cannot carry their baby. But immediately they give birth, and that let's say a calf, stood up, he moves. It's God that is directing them. They move straight to their, in between the legs of their mother and begin to suck. Nobody directs them.
No.
Which shows that milk is made for them. Whether you are in Western world or in Africa, it is made by God that milk must be given to them. It is their right. You don't deny it from them. Because from there, you are showing love and affection to the baby. And the baby will begin to know, okay, if a woman says, I'm preserving my breast because I want it to stand. Now, you prepare baby milk and give to maybe your housemaid.
To feed the child.
To feed the child. If the housemaid is feeding the child, the baby is looking at the housemaid.
Exactly.
And that housemaid is what the baby is picking up as the mother.
Exactly.
He begin to develop love for the person who feeds her more than the mother, more than the real mother.
It's a problem here.
So when you look at it, it doesn't mean that we cannot add other food as a supplementary to our child. But let us know that breast milk is very important for our babies.
Okay. Yes, you want to say something?
Just to add on this, to just elaborate, explain more how really breastfeeding is important in our culture, in our country. It is so important that even if the mother is not there, the father has to at least contact others and find somebody who can breastfeed the child, because it's everybody knows like a child cannot survive without that. Is the understanding in the community. So they do that, and the breastfeeding usually, of course, nowadays things are somehow changing because of influence from outside. Culturally, it's basically up to 2 years, you know. Breastfeeding. It takes up to 2 years.
Wow.
If it is less than that, it's like you didn't do really your homework properly. So just it is really important to that extent. Feeding your kid for like your baby for 2 years.
Wow.
They do that like that in my country. It's pretty common.
Wow.
And the feeding, that breastfeeding is also the setting up of the immune system of that baby.
Thank you.
Because the mother have to eat the things that is good for her immune system, and she have to transfer it to that baby, and that's the basic of healthy life. That's where it starts. And the mother have also to eat the things that will bring the milk, that make it sure it flows. Even if the mother have to start working, because in our system, in our culture, you have the babysitter. It's compulsory because the mother have to start, working in the farm again, and the babysitter plays a role of also social part of that child, bringing it up.
Okay.
Because the child have to know somebody else, and then the babysitter bring it to the mother, and from there, the social upbringing starts right from that age. Wow. So is rightly the basic is that breastfeeding.
Breastfeeding.
Just just this issue of continuing like breastfeeding for 2 years in my culture. It's basically women don't really do field work. They don't go and cultivate and nothing. That is basically up to the husband.
Oh, so in your culture, the women
it's only house,
only the
inside.
house, take care of baby
farming,
and
nothing. They don't do that.
Things,
and we don't have in our culture, especially in rural areas, there is nothing like babysitter or just the mother, or maybe the neighbors, or maybe the mother of grandmother, or family, the whole family circle.
Okay, wonderful. Well, if you're watching this program, we're talking about raising children, healthy migrant children, beliefs on how to raise them in a healthy way. And so these African fathers are giving their perspective on how this can be done. As you know, men generally don't give birth to babies, but they are often witnesses to how babies are raised, so they are sharing their experience. Our emphasis is on how African beliefs and customs and traditions help in producing healthy children. So that is what we are talking about. Now let's talk. Spoke about the feeding of the child, okay, and also the mother. What about how we handle the children? What are some of the beliefs we have about how a young baby must be handled in order for the child to be healthy? We spoke recently about, let's say, the way you bath a child, a baby boy and a baby girl. Different, okay? Here, if you wash a baby girl or boy, I guess I've not seen them wash them here, but I've heard it's totally different from the way we wash them back home. We use a lot of hot water and all that. So can you talk about why do we use hot water or warm water really to bath a baby, and also apply water to the parts, to the genitals of the baby and all that? But here they don't really do that. Why do we do that in Africa?
Can I say?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
What happened is, from the beginning I talk about herbs.
Yeah.
But most of our herbs, when you use cold water, it doesn't react properly.
Yeah.
So you need something warm.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you want to take a bath to a child, you need a warm water.
Yeah.
It's because of all these herbs.
Mm.
Because somebody will ask, this guy is talking about herbs. How will the herbs get to the baby?
Yeah.
It's all passed through the mother.
Okay.
And some, the mother take it in.
Yeah.
Some, they put it in the water.
Yeah.
But they have to be warm.
Okay.
Before the reaction can take place.
Yeah.
We have some sickness. When it attacks the baby, you need a certain thing to do, like you say they raise the child like that. There is a reason for that.
Mm. Yeah.
Maybe you see that the child is behaving unusual. Mm-hmm. He's totally going away, but when you do that, he comes back to normal.
Wow.
So they're not doing it for fun.
Okay.
There's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that's steady for over 100 years.
Yes.
And it's helping.
Wow. Wow.
And then we have these local drinks also local drinks. The alcohol, we call it agban or akpeteshi.
Yeah,
they are all very good for the mother and the child.
How?
This alcohol. Yeah.
The child will
yeah. Somebody may say, why a small child need alcohol? Yeah, when you say it, maybe they will yell you or they will throw you. But it helps. When they got a child new for me like this, the moment you come out, you cry out, the first thing they welcome you is the alcohol.
Yeah.
Someone say, it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense.
Okay.
Because the alcohol there is going to take care of something inside the baby. And the mother too, the alcohol is more or less a paracetamol going to do something there. Yeah.
Is it just like a finger drop put on the tongue or what?
Yes.
And what is the meaning of that? What is the purpose? What does it do specifically?
They believe when the child come out, there's some saliva, but the moment you drop that, it's a special alcohol. You drop it there, it clears everything. Yeah. That's the reason. So it's not for fun.
What I know about alcohol, I don't know about giving children alcohol, but the one I know is if a mother, a woman that gave birth newly, and the child couldn't suck out milk from the breast, even when it is oversized and the milk is not coming out, you begin
what is oversized?
What I mean is, when a woman gives a birth to a child, the breast is sizable.
To produce milk.
To produce milk.
Yeah.
So what I'm now saying is that sometimes the milk doesn't come out.
Yes.
The baby will be crying because it's sucking, but the milk is not coming. But the milk is there. That is where our people will now bring palm wine.
Okay. Now tell us.
They bring it palm wine and give to the woman. It's not every palm wine. Ngwo. We call it ngwo.
We do it.
The woman will drink it. Immediately she drinks it.
Powerful.
The thing will start to rush.
Really?
Still, I want to comment on the alcohol. When I say alcohol, it's not alcohol we take to bush. It's something that distill from local. And for example, if the child they suspect asthma, the breathing is not going good, they drop it, automatically the breathing changes. See, so it's not the alcohol for the child to booze or something, but it's more or less the herb in another form.
In form of medication.
Because you can't go and take herbs and grind it and put it, But alcohol, you just drop it, it goes there on the tongue. It goes there direct.
Really?
It's not company made. It's not like vodka. It's locally made.
And apart from that too, we believe at dawn, let's say 6 o'clock early in the morning, when the child have asthma, you put it outside for the within some hour, you see the asthma will go down. Really? It's all local experiences, methods, and it's very helpful.
About the alcohol.
The palm wine, he said.
The palm wine and also the alcohol. I want to comment. The palm wine in my village, we used to give it to children too. If the breastfeeding is not also going well, but then it's fresh one because the one that is 2 days have fermented a little and the alcohol is becoming strong. But when you get it fresh, it's okay.
It's fresh.
And then children can drink it. Then alcohol, also from that palm wine, after fermenting it for some time, you can drop it in the nose of the babies. And then they will sneeze, and something will come out of their nose, and they will never suffer cold again in their life. It's just like one-time operation is gone.
Wow!
So those things they do. People born in certain area never suffer cold in their whole life because they drop those alcohol in the nose at a time. And then you sneeze, and everything goes out.
Oh, that's powerful. African power.
It's knowledge of the herbs. And also in our culture we have one herb we call nchong. Death killer.
What killer? Death killer.
Death killer.
Okay.
That's the English translation.
Okay.
It cures a lot of things. Like what you said about all the sickness of the children. You just grind it, and you use the liquid, touch it, or use it to bath, or use it or burn it. The smoke where the child is. It does a lot of
wonders.
That's why they call it death killer.
The good thing about these herbs you're talking about is that these are all organic stuff, not chemicals. That's what makes it so safe because the body is able to, let's say, ingest it and to process it without any harmful or side effects. As compared with some of the chemicals, which the drug companies are producing. You see?
And
So these are, I mean, organic things.
And they use it
From
for a
the-
long time. So
from the farm,
they
from
know,
the field.
they know how to go about it. Because
yeah.
for the previous year, when they take too much, something happened.
They reduce
notice.
it. They know.
They say, hey, don't go that,
Too
don't
much. Yeah,
go
just a
beyond that.
little.
Yeah. Like if the child can't go to toilet, it's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem.
But the moment they get some help within some hours,
Then the child is
everything
free.
is free.
Yeah.
Imagine a child without toilet. It's a big problem.
It's a big problem.
Yeah.
It's a big problem.
Yeah.
For
Wow.
this, I think also in my country there is a herb for this. I mean, maybe to clean stomach or
Stomach, yeah.
constipation or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
They do that. Like I don't know when they are like 2 months or
2 months,
I don't know really, but
Yeah.
they use this kind of herbal herbs.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
common.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
use those kind of herbs
Yeah.
to help to cleanse the system.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I spoke about the application of hot water in handling the child. I didn't get much. I didn't hear much from your side.
What happened is that
Yeah.
in hot water issue,
Yeah.
Mothers
Yeah.
and fathers
Yeah.
felt that babies are very tender
Yeah.
to catch cold.
Mm-hmm.
So they prefer to bathe them with warm water, or a little bit warm water rather. Yeah. So it prevents them from catching cold because of the tenderness of their body or system. Yeah.
Wow.
Until when the baby is now growing up to certain level, certain months, then they will start to apply cold water. But at that initial stage.
Wow. That's so interesting. Whoa.
Yeah, I think we come from the same area. It's the same
same
thing. And, you know, the babies, when they are naked, you look at their heartbeat, you see it. It is as if it is coming out of the skin, you know. Yeah, and it is very tender. You have to be careful with it. And their noses are very small.
Yeah.
So when it blocks, it's dangerous.
Problem.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
So that's one of the reasons that in Africa we do it, and here I remember I did all my children with. You have to measure the temperature of the water. It has to be close to the body temperature, 36 degrees. You have to measure it. That is around that degree before you put the child in and bath. But the difference is the herbs we use there. They don't use it here. You buy your baby shower in crab fat, and there is that set you buy, you know. The other ones you don't touch it. And the difference is also about the skin at the end. The skin of the baby at home shines like. You will use it darken, you know. It is pancannel oil, and it's wonderful. It's really wonderful. It gives you a wonderful skin. And here you buy even the baby cream. If you rub it, it may itch you the whole day here.
Really?
And sometimes I wonder, because babies don't complain, they don't know. So those companies build rubbish sometimes for the babies. And try to use baby creams and see how it feels on your skin.
I want to ask you. I'm asking a question.
Go ahead.
Why you don't just use these herbs here? I mean, if it doesn't have a health effect, proven health effect. Why people, I mean, like maybe from Nigeria or from other countries, you have a lot of local things, from Nigeria here. Why you don't do the same?
Now, it's been imported the last year since we discovered all these things. But it's also very expensive still. But it's being imported now. And secondly, in Africa, the production, you never know what is good. You never know whether it is something that is mixed like it. It's no more natural.
Oh, yeah.
And those are the problems.
Those are problems.
They make it for export.
Commercial
purposes. And it can be dangerous.
Okay.
So those are
I have something for the hot water.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
About the hot water. When a child is taking bath, a lot of things happen. What happened is, human being, as you come out, your mother have to shape you. to position your leg, to position your hand, and you can't use cold water to do that.
Okay.
We can only use hot water to put it because some of us, when we are working, we don't work good because from the beginning they didn't position shape it well. Okay. But you can only use hot water to do that.
Yeah.
That's why hot water is very, very important.
Yeah, it's a very good point. I've seen myself. Little children growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, being treated that way. They apply hot water. But I want to see the way they do it in Nigeria and Ethiopia as well. So, I've seen my mom, or let's say my sister actually, bath the baby. They put the baby, let's say they bath a tub of warm water, and the baby is on the lap, and they put a towel or something in the water, squeeze it out, and then begin to massage the joints, the hands, and the head and all that. The head, they are pressing, and the baby is crying, but they're doing it, you know.
Otherwise, you get a coconut head.
Exactly.
Okay, so
it's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same.
Okay, so the philosophy is that the child's body is what? It's so tender, so you have to shape it.
Shape it, to get it right, right. You don't leave it like that. Anyhow, no.
Because a child is pulled roughly out, you know. The head like this, the shoulder like this, until it's out. Yeah. And then you start cutting and, you know. Then after that, you have to...
That's really... Okay.
Yeah. And don't forget, the child have to crawl before walking. Yeah. All this help when the time comes for crawling. Because of the hot water. Yeah.
So, the hot water
helps
apply to the...
bones, the joints,
straightening,
giving the go ahead, and tell him what to do.
Okay, but is that what is that how your wife did?
No,
not with hot water.
We don't. No.
Okay.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That is a point.
Not at all.
So it's so different the way we nurture the children and raise them up, treat them.
Big difference. Like what you said, putting the children, put a towel here, put them on the lap and start massaging them. It's not only washing the skin with that water, there is spiritual side of it too. They are putting in that child's body.
Yeah.
From our culture. But here, you just put a child in the water and take him out and dry him, put the cloth on,
that's all.
Ready. And the rest, any complaint, you have to rush to the hospital.
Okay, so then what, for those who are listening, they want to know, what is the advantage or benefit of doing it the way we were raised, with that sort of treatment, with traditional treatment beliefs and what have you, in contrast with the way our children are being, raised now. So, you get it. What's the benefit?
The benefit is that they are preparing that child to face the challenges in the future.
You mean if you massage them with hot water and the legs?
To prepare them against any oncoming in the future. Yeah, that's the advantage. Yes, you are preparing a child. Because if something hit somebody, they use hot water to prepare, and it takes some time before the body damage or something like that.
Yeah.
But these cold water people, they're just like how they call it, sausage.
Really, sausage.
And I mean, just like different perspective of this story of hot water.
Yeah. We need to raise up your voice a bit because microphone is...
In Ethiopia, of course, in Ethiopia, when we talk about Ethiopia, I'm not talking about ethnic groups we have in Ethiopia because it's very diverse.
Okay.
So, one of the biggest, I'm like talking from, representing maybe from the perspective of the biggest ethnic group in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
So, we do this massaging stuff very well.
For babies? Or
yes, for babies. On lap here, as you already said. And a little bit hot water, but basically mothers use babies outside in the sun, and with butter.
With butter?
Yeah. No other cream.
Yeah.
It's only
butter
is like a lotion.
Yeah.
They do that regularly. This massaging is from top to bottom. To bottom everywhere.
Yeah.
They don't do that once. They do that regularly. So I don't know why they do spiritual side of it. I'm not really sure, but only physical, strains or straining or things like that. They do that it's pretty common.
So that helps maybe to give the child a very good skin. Possibly.
Skin or maybe bone.
The bones as well.
Yeah, as well to make it straight or healthy.
The lungs too.
They do that.
Lungs.
Very often outside,
Yes.
in the sun especially.
In the sun.
In the sun.
In the sun they do it.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yeah. With better.
So
yeah.
the child is exposed to
Yeah.
nature quickly.
Yeah. not when like 1 or 2, 3 months. No.
Yeah.
This comes after maybe 6 or 5 months.
Wow.
Not right away.
Not right away.
Yeah. Right
Wow.
away. For like 2 months in my country and from my culture, they don't even go out that much. Even the mother, they don't work, they don't do anything. They don't
Only to
really
take care of the
struggle to cook. For like 2 months, they are just sitting and taking care of mothers take care of their kids. They don't do a lot of activities.
Wow.
Just helped by parent, other like family members,
community.
by the community.
Yeah.
2 months, no, inside all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Lovely.
see, just a minute.
Yeah, sure.
This hot water issue.
Treatment, yes.
Yeah. It is working for us. I mean, we Africans, it's working for us. Those people who applies cold water, if it's working for them, it becomes their tradition. On our own side, we are using hot water.
Yeah.
And it becomes part of our tradition. So if it is working for us, then we have to continue with it. As long as when we give birth to our babies and use hot water, they become what we want them to become. So we can't stop. And the other side, if they use cold water on their babies and they have what they want, it is not easy for them to change. So whichever way you use your own, and it gives you good results.
I'm wondering what it would be like if, let's say, they give birth to maybe a white baby in Africa, nursed by African mother, with all the treatment we're talking about. What kind of child that, what kind of person that baby would become? I mean, will be like. I think there is something about the African, let's say, nurturing of babies. That's what all the treatment we have spoken about. I think has a way of strengthening the child, making the child resistant against all kinds of diseases. For example, in Africa, we know we have all kinds of sicknesses. But somehow, our body becomes so immunized against these things that we go through things. Fever, cold, malaria, they don't really easily knock us down. You see, I believe it has to do with all these local treatments, local application of medication and what have you, herbs and what have you, which we have been getting from our childhood, our infancy. So I think that it's something we don't say, well, I mean, if it's good for them, they can do it. But I think they're beginning to see that there are certain benefits in this sort of treatment, which must now be incorporated into the upbringing of kids who are raised in the diaspora.
Yeah.
So that is where the discussion is going.
Yeah, just connect it with the hot water bath.
Yeah.
In Africa, is warm, and if it is too hot, the best way to cool yourself is take a warm shower. If you take a cold one, you finish, you go out, you start sweating.
Yeah.
But if you take a warm one, your body can start cooling down.
Okay.
And I think African children will sleep well.
Yeah.
Because of the treatment we are just talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you take that bath, the body and massage, the body is relaxed. The child can eat and sleep.
Absolutely.
And it grows quick.
Yeah. Good point.
And the immune system works very well. And like in that bath and massage, they do it in a special way. They don't do it on the stomach. They turn the child like this and do it on the back. There is a reason for that too, for the lungs and organs to grow.
Wow.
And while they are massaging also those organs too. But anyway, I said there is a lot of spiritual reason
to that as well.
To what they are doing. They know exactly what they are doing. And then the child sleeps well, he relaxes, he's not stressed. Our children here are stressed. We are stressed up here. In Africa, it's not like that. While there is a lot of stress in Africa,
exactly.
But we are relaxed. You know? So those are things that are put in us right from those periods.
Wow.
I can mention a lot of examples of it also in the feeding. But I won't do that now. You are talking about what the benefit it is.
Yes.
We have a nature. And we're supposed to be nurtured to fit our nature. And that is what the wisdom those people are bringing in the babies.
Yes.
And here, the way we are brought up, if my child is born here and he grow up, you bring him to Africa, he'll be stressed up. Because to adjust in that culture, in that system, in that nature, is very complicated for him. Then if you bring somebody who is already nurtured with, call it peaceful, where, lethargic, being adjusting in the jungle or in the city, you bring him here, he can survive the system. So there is a big advantage in that. And I don't know whether God prepared it in the heaven, because we are migrating everywhere. But I think it's very important to prepare our children to be able to fit our culture and our nature as it is. And then it's good to have this wisdom to do that, because not doing it is not knowing the value and not having the wisdom.
Absolutely.
That's what I noticed when I started. I didn't know all these things until I faced the upbringing here. And my mother, I really have to say that my mother came, and my mother has 12 children. And she came, she saw me with 2 children, and she said, what I suffer for 2 children, she didn't suffer for 12 children.
Really? What did she mean by that?
The stress, the tension, the work you have to do. The child is only with you. It's not a community assignment. It's not everybody helping. You are alone
one person
and alone with it. And the child needs attention 24 hours. And you have to work. You have to face the challenges in the society. She stayed 3 months and said, no. I said, thank you, because I want to stop. I'm not going to do 12.
Because in Africa, I don't know that time your mom came. Anyway, I'm just saying.
It's 2006,
Okay, but let me say, in Africa, if like him who is having 2 children then, and the mother came, I see him without any helper. We just ask him, what of your sister's daughter? What is she doing? Call a so-so person, one of her daughters, and ask about the child. They will try and bring
somebody to come
somebody
and help
immediately
to
help him. You understand? If they don't have, they will look outside and bring somebody to come and help him. So at least in Africa, it is easier for us to allow the woman or the man to go where she wants to go or do what she wants to do, because somebody is in the house. If it is not your mother-in-law, somebody is in the house to help the family. But here, it's very expensive.
It's expensive.
Very, very expensive. It's either the woman will stop work and look after the child, or if you put them in a child's care, you know how much you will be paying. So it's expensive.
Okay. Well, on this note, I would like us to really round up, but maybe I'll give everybody just a few seconds, just give your closing comments, okay? We've been talking about how to raise healthy children, healthy migrant children, and these fathers have really shared their hearts and have revealed some wonderful secrets, which we hope that you will keep and take note of, and begin to think of reintroducing and raising your families, okay? All right. So, Mr. Jacob, you want to just give a very brief closing remark? Very brief.
So it's brief, but it's a topic I want to mention here is the issue of the feeding.
Yeah.
When you feed, even if it is breastfeeding, like you said, the child look in the eyes of the mother.
Yeah.
That's a big difference I notice here. In our culture, eating is a feast. Even if it is when somebody die or when we are married, it's a feast. And when you do it with joy.
Okay.
And when you are feeding a child, you do it with that attention of love, and you are transferring really nutrients, healthy one, not anger, not hatred, not tears, not negative emotions. And that is what the child suck, and what you eat goes into the bone marrow.
Yeah.
And that is where the strength, the healthiness starts. Wow. Any sickness that enters the bone marrow cures.
Absolutely.
You don't cure it.
Yeah.
So the parents are conscious of that, and that's why I say in the beginning, when the pregnancy starts, the girl have to go to a mother to get training. These are one of the things they teach them. Here, I have seen it a lot.
Yes.
Mothers feeding their baby with tears.
Oh.
Because sucking causes pain if it is your first child. And because of that, they have trauma. Before the feeding will start, they're already crying.
Oh.
And the child will be crying and sucking and
so mother and child crying.
Yeah, sure. I've seen it a lot. As a pastor, you see a lot. So and I warned some of them that this is not good. The emotions you are bringing over, it's painful emotions. It can cause health problem for that child. And I tell you, one child, and the mother still regret it. One child suffered before the 4th year diabetes. You see a lot of children having diabetes here. And diabetes is stress, mainly.
Stress related, okay.
Yeah, stress related sickness, especially for children. And that child is about 14 now. He's still suffering stress. They call it, here they diagnose them a lot of hardy, all those, because of what the children get in. And they don't know how to manage it, all those stress. It makes them restless.
Okay.
So those are the important difference I noticed too in those two.
So true.
Concerning the healthiness of the children, we have to really think how the mother's emotional, mental situation is. And the mothers have to be conscious of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very powerful point. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Agabi.
Yeah, I would like to finish with one funny one.
Yeah.
I learned from my history that when Mugo Park went to Africa to go and explore Africa, he had a lot of problems with mosquitoes and all that. They couldn't stand, not Mugo Park. Any white man who have been in Africa is a big problem for them.
Yeah.
But the way they treat us or the way they raise us, when we come to Europe, we are able to stand any challenges.
Yeah.
But for them, when they go, they cannot.
No
so that is the benefit. So please continue the African way so that we can stand in Europe. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, back home, parents give children a lot of food, but this is still very organic.
Yeah.
And still, we don't see a lot of obesity, overweight stuff back home. Here, I mean, going the same way, giving children a lot of food, a lot of unhealthy food, it's not really, it may just give a very bad result.
Yeah.
So I think just this idea of this culture of feeding children a lot doesn't work here. So back home, it's because organic, it doesn't have a lot of sugar, so it's okay there.
Yeah.
Here, just the same, trying to apply the same, doesn't work here. I think that's what I'd like to add.
Yeah. So you think the reason is because of what? The upbringing or what?
Because I mean, like culture, already you are moved physically.
Yeah.
You can't do everything the way we do back home.
Yes.
Because what you eat there and what you eat here, though it is probably let's say it is I don't know, okay, maybe banana itself, or could be even yeah, sugar. You know, there what we have is more or less, even if it is small, it's organic, so close to nature.
Yeah,
here a lot of chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
You can give your children a lot there. Mm-hmm. Still, you don't see a lot of obesity related other health related issues. Here, if you just think, yeah, this is my kid, I love my kids, and then you buy everything and feed them, you get very negative, results, like what you said there.
So true, so true, so true. Thank you so much. Chief, final word.
Yeah, couples should live peacefully. It's not only providing food for a baby that makes the baby to grow the way we want. Like my brother was talking, when Africans were massaging them or treating them, there are spiritual things that they are passing through also. What I want to say is that in a family where there is a new baby, you don't need to be, there is no need for quarrels there, because babies are very fragile. Sometimes a woman, like he also said that he saw a woman feeding and crying, that is passing emotional something. Apart from that, if a woman is breastfeeding a child and the husband just walk out from somewhere, there was something wrong, instead of talking to the woman quietly, they start quarreling. Maybe the husband will be shouting, wow, 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 and the baby will be shocking. The baby will be shocking like this. It will be shocking. You understand? And it is not good for their health, for the baby's health. And by that time, the woman also may be angered to reply with annoyance. So it becomes noise.
Pass that on to the baby as well.
Yeah. It becomes noise. And babies don't like that such noise. So it is not only providing healthy food, or we have to look after our babies. Even the men, not only the women. If the woman is somehow busy, you carry your baby, play with the baby, you know, cherish your baby. So, because you are the one who put the baby inside the mother's womb. So it belongs to two of you. Men have to take care of their babies, also like women. So it's not because the woman has breast, you think it is the duty of the woman to take everything. No. Men shall play their own part very well. So that is
Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have landed. We want to thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. We hope you pick something out of this discussion for yourself going forward. Let us begin to value our background, our culture, because in it lies powerful secrets to our health, our well-being, and the same we're going to pass to our children as well. Thank you for listening. Until next time, God bless you. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Viewers, bye.
Do we?